श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः. After taking refuge at the feet of Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi, the world teacher Sri Ramakrishna, I offer my pranams time and again. Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukasvarupaya Swamine Tapaharini. My salutations to Swami Vivekananda, who is the best among the monks, who descended on this earth to redeem the sufferings of the mankind. Oh, peace, peace, peace. Offering my humble pranams to Reverend Swami Jnanalokananda Maharaj and dear devotees. As you all know, today we are having a special lecture, special satsang with Swamiji. Swamiji comes from the, you can say, from Kailas. Swamiji comes from Kailas. What do you mean by that? Because Swamiji comes from the Swami Vivekananda's ancestral house, where the Lord Shiva was born, where Lord Shiva did all his Bala Leela, and afterwards he came towards Sri Ramakrishna. So he is so blessed, he always stays in the Kailas. So Swamiji was telling that whomever, when they come to Calcutta and India, and especially Calcutta, if they wish to see Swami Vivekananda's ancestral house, they are all welcome. So you are all welcome to visit Swami Vivekananda's ancestral house. That is the Kailasa in this earth, in this abode. This satsang, yesterday we had already wonderful retreat on the mind management. I hope so most of you are able to implement it and you don't have any problem with the mind now. You don't have a problem with the mind. Now what to do? Implement whatever the things you have learned. And who is the best person who has implemented all these great ideas which we heard yesterday? This has been heard, I have heard from a senior monk about the Holy Trio. Who is Sri Ramakrishna? Sri Ramakrishna is an inspiration. Inspiration of the Vedanta, of the divinity, or the age-old principles which is we discussed in the Upanishads. He is an inspiration. Sri Ramakrishna has given the Charama Vakya, and who is the interpreter? Swami Vivekananda is an interpreter, or Swami Vivekananda is an inspiration. Swami Vivekananda is an interpretation. If you read Omri Mrutam, if you read Kandanabo Vandana, then Achandala Pratihata, these are the few small windows to visualize, to experience, to know what is God actually. Kandanabo Vandana, Omri Mrutam, Achandala Pratihata, all these things, these are the small tiny windows to see who is God. That is Sri Ramakrishna. And who is the person who has implemented all these things in a silent way? This is Sarada Devi. So Sri Ramakrishna is an inspiration, Swami Vivekananda is an interpretation, and Holy Mother is an implementation. She was the greatest Vedantin. Her last statement, if you want peace, do not find fault with others, etc. It is the greatest statement on the Advaita Vedanta till now in such a simple way, in a profound way she has made. So today we are having the discussion on the talk of life and teachings of Holy Mother by Revered Maharaj. Revered Swami Jnanalokananda joined the Ramakrishna Order in 1982 in Rahara, Calcutta, and he stayed there 15 years. And he worked as an assistant teacher, and also he was the headmaster of that great institute, a very big institute. And he received the sannyas in 1992 by most revered Swami Bhuteshranji Maharaj. He served in various centers like Rahara, Belurmat, Sarisha, Sargachi, Kamarpukur, Balanagar Mission, and last it was in Puri. So in the different educational centers, Swamiji worked. And he also served more than 20 years as the headmaster in different our Ramakrishna mission schools. Presently, he is the head of the Swami Vivekananda's birthplace, that is Swami Vivekananda's ancestral house. And Swamiji has been appointed as a trustee of the Ramakrishna Mutt and the member of the governing body of Ramakrishna Mission. So the whole Ramakrishna Mutton Mission, International Mutton Mission, is been governed by the board of trustees. And we have got around, say, 20 trustees, among them Swamiji is also one among them. And Swamiji also has authored few books. I think Mulya Bhole, Dhanya Jivan, Prana Priya, Manalok, and Padya Pushpanjali, and other things. And he also regularly contributes articles, and he also conducts a lot of seminars on value education, workshop for students and youths and teachers, parents, and others. And in India, Bangladesh, Africa, in different parts, Swamiji also has traveled extensively to spread the message of the Holy Spirit. And this is his first visit for Europe, including Ireland or London. Just, I think yesterday or day before, he came to London, and today he's here. For 5 days he will be there along with us for another. Then afterwards he's going to London again. He has got a function on the 14th. From there again he will be traveling to different parts of Europe. Then he will be traveling back to Calcutta. So on behalf of the Air Vedanta Society and reverentially, I welcome Maharaj for this August assembly, and I request Malay to give the bouquet for Maharaj. Dear devotees, I can understand. Yesterday we had already 3 to 4 hours program. You had come, most of you, and again today you have come. So thank you for coming and making the event successful. Thank you.
Nandantu sarvabhutani snihantu vijaneshvapi swastyastu sarvabhuteshu niratankani santu cha shivamastu dijatinam pitirastu parasparam samriddhi sarvavarnanam siddhirastu cha karmana. May all beings rejoice. May love blossom even in solitude. May peace prevail among all creatures, and may none live in fear or distress. May auspiciousness bless the noble and wise. May mutual affection thrive among all. May prosperity reach every community, and success crown every righteous deed. May no creature suffer from disease. May none be burdened by sorrow. May all beings be bound by friendship, and may everyone nurture one another. It's a universal prayer, and Sarada is the embodiment of these great qualities. And we will try to imbibe these qualities in our life by meditating on her, discussing on her. I offer my pranams to Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ma Sarada Devi, and Swami Vivekananda. I am beholden to Swami Shantibratanandaji, who has very kindly invited me to come over here in Ireland, Dublin, this evening and share a few words about Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother. On Divine Mother, there are so many verses, nice verses. With the help of these great saints from Sanskrit, I will try to meditate on Sarada Devi and discuss on her life. About Mother it is said, Shanti Rupam, Kshama Rupam, Sneha Rupam, Shubham Karim, Sakshat Bhagavati Devim, Mataram Tvam Namamyaham. What is the meaning of this? Shanti Rupam. Shanti Rupam means she is peace embodied. Kshama Rupam. Kshama Rupam means forgiveness embodiment. She was forgiveness embodied. Shanti Rupam, Kshama Rupam, Sneha Rupam, all affectionate. Shubham Karim. All auspiciousness is there in her life. So, Shanti Rupam, Kshama Rupam, Sneha Rupam, Shubham Karim. Sakshat Bhagavati Devi, Mataram Tvam Namamyaham. Is as good as Sakshat Bhagavati, direct goddess she is. O Mother, I bow to you, who is the embodiment of peace, the form of forgiveness, the essence of affection, and the giver of all auspiciousness. You are none other than the divine goddess herself. This verse is a beautiful invocation to the Divine Mother, recognizing her as the living presence of compassion, serenity, and grace. It's often recited as part of mantra, pranama, a salutation to the Mother, both earthly and cosmic. In another verse, it is said, Yat prasadat jagad drishtam purna kamo yadashisha pratyaksha devataime tubhyam matre namo namaha. A nice verse. What is the meaning of this? By whose grace this world is seen. Without Mother, we could not have this body itself. That is why it is said, Yat prasadat jagad drishtam. From Mother we get this body. Yat prasadat jagad drishtam. Purna kamo yadashisha. Our wish is fulfilled at her grace only. Purna kamo yadashisha. Pratyaksha devataime. She is direct goddess. Tubhyam matre namo namo. I offer my salutation to that Mother, by whose grace this world is seen, by whose blessings all desires are fulfilled. To you, my visible deity, O Mother, I offer my repeated salutations. This verse also beautifully expresses the sentiment that the Divine Mother is not just a concept or distant ideal, but a pratyaksha devata, directly perceivable living presence. It honors her as the source of perception, fulfillment, and grace. So we have to meditate on these qualities. She is Pavitrata Swarup, an embodiment of purity. And it is the source of all strength, all power. Everything that we find in this universe, it comes from purity. Swami Vivekananda said, truth, purity, and unselfishness, wherever these are present, there is no power below or above the sun to crush the possessor thereof. Equipped with these, one individual is able to face the whole universe in opposition. So, this power comes from purity. In another verse, it is said that our own body becomes place of pilgrimage, and how we can make our body a pilgrim house by following certain qualities in us. What are these? Satyam tirtham, kshama tirtham, tirtham indriya nigraha, sarva bhuta daya tirtham, sarvatra javamevacha, jnanam tirtham, dhritis tirtham, punya tirtham, udadhitam. What are the meaning of this? Satyam tirtham. One pilgrimage, we can get benefit of this pilgrimage if we follow truth. These are the basis of religion. Satyad utpadyate dharma daya danad vivardhate Shamayadharyate dharma, krodha dharma vinashyate. How this religion come to this world? Satyam, satyadutpadyate dharma. From truth comes the virtues, this religion. Satya utpadyate dharma. Daya danad vivardhate. From compassion and charity, these religious auspiciousness, these religions, these expands. The Satya utpadyate dharma, daya danad vivardhate. Shamaya dharyate dharma. From forgiveness, it widens, it is protected. Shamayadharyate dharma. Krodha dharma vinashyate. If we get agitated and anger just engulfs us, all the good qualities, all the virtues are actually destroyed. That is why one saying is there, anger is one letter short of danger. Anger is one letter short of danger. And how we should overcome this? Burn your anger before it burns you. And it is also said, patience is time consuming, but anger is life consuming. If you take to anger, your life is destroyed altogether. It takes some time if you have patience, but if you go to just become a victim of anger, then whole life is actually dwindled. It is destructed. So, from Sarada Devi's lives, all the virtues we will try to imbibe in us. What are the virtues? In Gita, it is said in the 16th chapter, Devi Sampad. What are these? Abhayam, Satta Samshuddhi, Jnana Yoga Bhavasthiti, Danam Damascha Yatnascha, Swadhyaya Tapa Arjavam, Ahimsa Satyam Akrodha, Tyaga Shanti Rakoishunam, Daya Bhuteshu Valo Luptam, Mardavam Madhi Achapalam, Teja Kshama Dhriti Shoucham, Adroho Nati Manita, Bhavanti Sampadam Devim, Avijatasya Bharata. You will find that in Sarada Devi's life, all these virtues, all these good qualities she imbibed, she cultivated in her life. That is why all power came from these virtues only. Without these virtues, we cannot have these powers. So, on meditating on Sarada Devi's life, we will get these virtues and equip ourselves with all those powers. So, what are these? Fearlessness, one thing. In Sarada Devi's, how you will find that there is fearlessness in Sarada Devi's life? You will find when she was in Kamarpukur, she was actually helpless. She was residing there alone. No one to help her at that time. In one evening, one wretched person, one mad person, he just came and tried to attack Sarada Devi. But Sarada Devi wanted to get rid of him by circulating the granary that was in their village home. But when she tried to escape of him, but that madman, he was just chasing her. When she found that it is not possible for to get rid of him, then she just stood there and she got hold of his hair and stretched her knee on his chest and just brought, got hold of his tongue and started slapping that wretched. So by that she just punished that person. So from this we find that Sarada Devi was not afraid of that. And nowadays you will find the mother talks, our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, they are attacked not only in the dark, in the evening hours at night, but any time they are actually soft target of those demoniac persons. How to protect? So she is the Bagala Devi, the divine incarnate, who just punishes these demoniac persons. So it is said in the Chandi, Kenopama bhavatu tesya parakramasya rupancha shatru bhayakari atihari putra chitte kripa samaranishthurata chadrishta tayeva devi bharade bhuvanatrepi. In these three worlds you will not find anyone with whom we can compare the power of this divine mother. Kenopama bhavatu tesya parakramasya. Kenopama bhavatu tesya parakramasya rupancha shatru bhayakari atihari putra. Ferocious look you won't find in any god, but in Kali, in Shakti Murti, you will find Kali, Tara, Mahavidya, Shodashi, Bhuvaneshwari, Chinnamasta. All this ferocious look you will find in them, and you will get just threatened, and it is so fierce. You will have panic in you. So much strength is there. If we meditate on this form, then we also can get ourselves protected, and we can have those powers in us. So, meditating on Sarada Devi's life, we will get the fearlessness of Sattva Samshuddhi, purity of mind. And this purity, about purity, I told that this is the source of all strength and power. It starts from truthfulness. Satyad utpadyate dharma, dayadanad vivardhate, samayad haryate dharma, krodhat dharma vinashyate. I think like that. And satyam tirtham, kshama tirtham, tirtham indriya nigraha. Second pilgrimage is kshama tirtham, forgiveness. Satyam tirtham, kshama tirtham. Tirtham indriya nigraha. Third tirtha is control of senses. Tirtham indriya nigraha. Sarva bhuta daya tirtham. That compassion to all creatures. That is another tirtha. Satyam tirtham, kshama tirtham, tirtham indriya nigraha, sarva bhuta daya tirtham, sarvatra javamevacha. Everywhere we will be just producing, try to produce from ourselves, bring out of ourselves that simplicity, unostentation, that is the arjava, saralata. Sarvatra arjavamevacha. Jnanam tirtham dhritis tirtham. If we try to equip ourselves with learning, with wisdom, then another tirtha will come to us, and it is also a source of strength. Sarva bhuta daya tirtham sarvatra arjavamevacha. Jnanam tirtham dhritis tirtham. Dhriti means patience, endurance. In Sarada Devi's life, you will find all these qualities. She developed, she embodied, she brought out from her person. So, sarvatra arjavameva cha jnanam tirtham, dhritis tirtham, punya tirtham udaritam, tirthanam api tat tirtham, vishuddhir manaso para. And above all these qualities, this vishuddhata, purity is there. And in doing puja, we find that in the beginning we utter this mantra, apavitra pavitrava sarvavastham gatopiva jasmaret pundarikaksham sa vaihābhyantara shuchi. If we repeat the name of God, chant the name of God, we get purified, and from that purity comes all power. Pavitram charitam yasya pavitram jivanam tatha pavitrata shrupinna tasya devvai namo namaha. Some other qualities also. How you can just make the whole world how you can control the whole world. Atmajasya vashenasti kutastasya parejana atmanam vasham anya trilokyam vartate vasha. Try to control yourself first. If you can control yourself, your mind, your body, your intellect, then you can control all others. So atmajasya vashenasti kutastasya parejana atmanam vasham anya trilokyam vartate vasha. First you must have control over yourself, and then all will listen to you. And what are the other qualities by which you can control? That we find in Sarada Devi's life. Samaya, Daya, Premna, Sunritenar Javena, Vashi Kurya, Jagat Sarvam, Vinayena Cha Sevaya. 6 qualities you are to imbibe in your life. You are to cultivate these. Samaya, Daya, Premna. Samaya means forgiveness. Shantabhyameva satatam purushena vijanata yadahi kshamate sarvam brahma sampadhyate tada. If you have forgiveness in you, you can realize Brahman without practicing any other qualities. Only one, forgiveness. If you can embody it, if you can inculcate it, then you can realize God. So, Shamaya. Then Daya, compassion to all creatures. Sarada Devi was the mother of all creatures. Even a parrot, a calf, a madman, whoever they are in contact with her, she loved everyone as mother. So, this is also one power. And Guru Shakti is there. How this Guru Shakti comes? Shanta Mahanto Nivasanti Santa Vasanta Valloka Hitam Charanta Tirna Swayam Bhima Bhavanavam Janan Ahetuna Anyana Pitarayanta. She will just protect everyone. Sarada Devi, by her that Guru Shakti, Shanta, she herself is very composed, tranquil. Shanta Mahanto. Mahanto means very generous. Like that sun, this all environment there you will find nature. The sun, moon is there, wind is there, air is there. Everywhere you find that generosity. Which life is a fulfilled life, a worth living? It is said that Jivane Javad Adanam Syat Pradanam Tatodhikam Ittesha Prarthana Smakam Bhagavan Paripuryata. Oh God, fulfill this desire of me that I can give back to the society much more than what we take from the society. If this condition, one condition is fulfilled, that whatever we take from this world, if we can give back to the world much more than what we take for our benefit, our life is fulfilled, it is meaningful, it is purposeful, our life's mission is successful. So you must try to embed these qualities from the open university. In Bengali, there is one poem, Akash আমায় শিক্ষা দিল উদার হতে ভাই রে, কর্মী হবার মন্ত্র আমি বায়ুর কাছে পাই রে, পাহাড় শেখায় তাহার সমান হই যেন ভাই মৌন মহান, খোলা মাঠের উপদেশে দিল খোলা হই তাই রে, মাটির কাছে সহিষ্ণুতা পেলাম আমি শিক্ষা, আপন কাজে কঠোর হতে পাষাণ দিল দীক্ষা, ঝর্ণা তাহার সহজ গানী গান জাগালো আমার প্রাণী, শ্যাম বনানী সরসতা আমায় দিল ভিক্ষা. What is the meaning of this? আকাশ আমায় শিক্ষা দিল উদার হতে ভাইরে. This sky has taught me to become as good as that vast sky, vastness should be that. Udar, that generosity we will learn from this sky. আকাশ আমায় শিক্ষা দিল উদার হতে ভাইরে, কর্মী হবার মন্ত্র আমি বায়ুর কাছে প্রায় পাইরে. From this wind, from the air, I will learn how to remain active all the time. কর্মী হবার মন্ত্র আমি বায়ুর কাছে পাইরে, পাহাড় শেখায় তাহার সমান হই যেন ভাই মৌন মহান. From that hills and mountains, we will learn how to become very steadfast. This is the thing. পাহাড় শেখায় তাহার সমান হই যেন ভাই মৌন মহান, খোলা মাঠে উপদেশে দিল খোলা হই চাইবে. We should be very open-minded as this vast open that field. From the field we will learn this. খোলা মাঠের উপদেশে দিল খোলা হই তাই রে, মাটির কাছে সহিষ্ণুতা পেলাম আমি শিক্ষা. From this earth we will learn how much endurance we must have. खुदंत धरती सहे काट सहे बन रहा है, कुवचंत साधु सहे ऊर्त समूह न जाए. खुदंत धरती से all the diggings we do in the earth, she endures. खुदंत धरती से काट से बन रहा है means these trees we cut them, we torment them anyway, but that trees they endure. And how much they endure? The man who has come to cut that tree, to destroy it, so long as the tree can stand erect, it will protect that man who is cutting him, who is destroying him. It will protect with its fruits, with shade, everything. Pashyataitan mahabhagan pararthe kanta jivitan bata barsha tapo himan sahanto varayantina. Aho esam baram janma. You see, these trees, their lives are of greatest, they are greatest creatures in this world. Ohesam baram janma sarva pranyupajivanam. They are the source of all the lives. Without oxygen we cannot live. And who supply these oxygen? We find that these trees will supply all the time this oxygen. That is why no creature is there in this world who do not get benefit from these trees. So such is the life of Sri Ramakrishna, Srima Sarada Devi, Swami Vivekananda. So avesam baram janma sarva pranyupajivan dhanya mahiruha jebhyo nirasha janti narthina. These trees are actually their lives are blissful life. From them no creature goes out. Moolam bhujangai shikharam vihangai shakham plavangai kusumani bhringai Ashchoryame tad khali chandanasya paropakaraya satam vibhuta. So Sarada lives life also is there, like these trees. She protects everyone and give everything to them for their sustenance. So if we try to imbibe these qualities in us, that we find in Sarada's life, we will be blessed. There is no doubt about it. So seeking blessing from Saradama for everyone present here. Thanks to everyone. You gave patience listening from me. That is why I am beholden to Santivrataji and everyone present here. And I invite you to come over to Kolkata and see for yourself Swami Vivekananda's birthplace from where I am coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear devotees, you can very well see one or two slokas to by heart it will take for us lifetime. And one mantra sometimes I have seen very time in India way back, because in Mysore I used to be in the office. So whenever initiation process there, it is very big. I mean, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days it happens in number like 50, 80, 100 and all. So before that there will be a lot of screening program will be there. So whenever they want anyone take initiation, before that they used to come. They used to ask, Swamiji, how big mantra is? The first question, because you should remember. So can I note down? Can I record? Or can I record in the phone or whatever they used to ask? No, you cannot record. Phones are not allowed on the initiation day. So can I note down? No, you cannot note down. Then what you should do? You should remember. Oh, then how big the mantra is? So that was only very genuine, general question with the many of the youngsters or even old alike. So now you see Swamiji, one after another, he was go on quoting the, Sanskrit couplets, Sanskrit shlokas, subhashitas and all. What a prodigious memory, which remembers me, Vedic Rishis. In those days, whoever used to learn Rig Veda, the ancient Veda, 25,000 shlokas are there, 25,000 mantras. And they used to remember everything, they were supposed to remember everything. And Mahabharata is 100,000. Biggest history book in the world. And 24,000 shlokas in the Ramayana, again, one of the first history book in the world, they used to remember. And whenever I have met Maharaj in Africa, in the Calcutta, and wherever I met, I always, get astonished and amazed how Maharaj remembers so many shlokas. And, he has got a lot of stock in that, that with him, no doubt. When, I think he gave it just glimpse, jalak for us actually today. So when you remember all this, the wonderful couplets he told, most of you, he gave it an English translation also. If you are able to relate all these divine virtues with the Holy Mother's life, it will be a good meditation for us. Some of the times I have spent, I've told for you, there are different type of meditations. The one meditation which our gurus tell during our initiation time, that is Rupa Dhyana. We try to meditate on the form of the Lord and we try to repeat the Lord's name. That is Rupa Dhyana. There are different type of meditations. The another type of meditation is Guna Dhyana. Guna Dhyana means there are innumerable qualities, divine qualities of the God, which Maharaj enumerated so many. So each quality we can take and we can connect to the life of the Holy Trio or Jesus Christ, Buddha or any great personality. Like for example, forgiveness, compassion, fearlessness, all these things, each one quality we can take and we can try to remember the life of Ramakrishna, Mother, Vivekananda, Jesus Christ, or any other saints, and we can do the meditation. That is also, and it also it can inspire us, motivate us to probably develop our personalities. That is a Guna Dhyana. The other is Swarupa Dhyana, is meditating on who is Lord, who is God. That is Vedantic meditation, Satchidananda. The other is Leela Dhyana. Now God is blessing a disciple. So taking one incident, we can meditate Leela Dhyana, which brings our mind very calm and emotionally stable, all these things. So when I was hearing Maharaj's lecture about the divine qualities of Holy Mother, which instantly remembered me a beautiful incident. Most of you might have heard from Mayarkat, I think. I don't remember from where now I have heard this or read, but it's a beautiful story. The story goes like this. An young chap who was initiated by Holy Mother, somehow, unfortunately, he got into the wrong company. and wrong habits was cultivated. So one fine day, all of a sudden, he started feeling guilty himself, inferiority complex or guilty, that I, being the Divine Mother's or Holy Mother's disciple, I'm not doing right. But by the time, unfortunately, he had become the victim of that wrong habit, so he was unable to control himself. Then he thought, okay, now I am not able to control, I am not able to get away from these wrong habits. Now onwards, I will not go to Holy Mother. I can't do this mistake, sin, and I cannot go to the Holy Mother, and he stopped. Few days afterwards, suddenly remembered, Holy Mother is such a kind lady, such a loving and compassionate lady. Once if she sees us and she remembers and she always gets concerned about us. And quite a few times I have met her, and definitely for quite a good amount of time I didn't go. So definitely Mother will be remembering about me and she'll be concerned and she'll become panic probably about me, that what happened to my son. Already I have done a sin. Sin means a mistake here, I'm telling. So mistake that not going to Mother, not following her instructions, and I'm making her to become panic or concern. Again, I'm committing one more mistake. So I should rectify this. So what should I do? Let me go to Mother and tell, I'm not going to come. So don't expect for me from now on. He decided. And he was sincere, he went back. He went, Udbodhan, who have seen Udbodhan, the old building, and he went and he approached Swami Sharadananji. He asked, I would like to see Mother. And he showed, okay, she's in the first floor, go. And he went, he said, Mother, I'm not going to come now onwards. So don't expect for me. That's all he said. And he didn't stop, what is Mother going to say, what is Mother's reaction, what she's feeling, nothing. He said, immediately he turned around and he started coming down. Now you can imagine very well Udbodhan's building, such a small building and very big steps and all. So his young chap is coming fast. Probably he might have got down some steps, whether he has come out from his house or the Udbodhan house or not, suddenly someone holded his collar from the behind. Then he sees, he turns back, and he saw the Holy Mother's face with the eyes with such a proximity. We all know that Mother used to close her face and her head with the veil, so very difficult to see her face. And now this young chap saw the Holy Mother's face so closely, the face and along with her eyes, it left a photographic impression in his mind. He was stunned. Holy Mother, such a aged lady, she might have gone, she might have come very fast, she might have come running, otherwise she would not have caught me. All these feelings are going on in his mind. Now you can very well imagine. She told only one thing, Baba, তোমাকে কখনো যদি অসুবিধা হলে মা আছে এটা চিন্তা করিস. Oh my dear son, if you got any fear, any problem at any time, just think I have a mother. So we all know that this is a great statement which we all know that. If you are in a distress problem, just remember, I have a mother. So she told, and she also didn't give any big lecture like us, sermons, anything. She left. She left to her room. And this young chap also walked back to his house. Now after some time, it was a shock for him, no doubt. He came back in his house, he just sat. After some time, because of that habit, again that wrong habit came to his mind. Before committing, before doing, suddenly he got Mother's face along with her eyes in front of his mind. Now he was forced himself to keep quiet, not to do that mistake. After few minutes or moments or hours, again that same idea, wrong idea has come. Again Holy Mother's face along with her eyes and along with the statement. So many times he tried. Every time Mother's face with her beautiful eyes, very sparkling eyes or powerful eyes with a statement. Just when you are in a problem, remember that I have a mother. So he was forced to become a good man. He was forced, he was compelled to leave his wrong habits or bad habits, and he became the right person. So when I joined in a year or two, one of the senior monk told, anytime have you seen just Mother's eyes? I said, I've seen Mother's photo, no doubt. When I've seen Mother's portrait, I've seen her eyes also. But he corrected me, no. Just you blank everything, her whole form, just you see her eyes, there is very powerful and very beautiful. One of the monk had guided me and told me. Then after hearing this, when I went back to my room, I tried to do that. And such a powerful impression it can create. Immediately it reminded me, at least after some time, in Khandana Vandana, second para, Vikshane Mohachari. O Sri Ramakrishna, O Holy Mother, please look at me. If you look at me, what happens? My all delusion will get away. All my ignorance will be destroyed, will be removed. That's why one senior monk used to tell us, when the young novices were joined, stop closing your eyes and stop thinking the entire world and meditating. Then what you should do? For some time at least, open your eyes, keep seeing Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, whichever your chosen deity, do japa. So imprint their forms in your mind so much so that it should become real, then you can do japa or meditation. That was his suggestion, it was given to us. So our eyes is such a powerful, you can go to, Photoshops are available and now you can close everything, you can make her form blur and just see her eyes, it is very powerful actually. So that's why Maharaj was saying that she is such a fearlessness. She stands for that purity. That's why it's like, when you are in difficulty, remember that I have a mother, and it changed her life. It changed that person's life. So there are n number of examples, incidents which we come across in the Holy Mother's life. So we also undergo a lot of problems, lot of challenges, lot of concerns and all. So then we should remember Holy Mother. I am mother's son, so I am at the mother's lap. Why to fear? It should not be a lip service. It should become a fact. It should become a reality for us. The more and more it becomes real, and we'll be better and we'll be happy. Very interestingly, I think, I don't remember the monk name, it is reminiscences available. He asked, mother asked, what do you want? He said, I want good sleep. I want good sleep. That was the boon was asked by that monk actually. Then he was old by that time. Mother has passed away by that time, he was old. Then one of the brahmacharis just wanted to probably make a fun with him. He was such a simple and guileless monk. Said, Maharaj, we heard that you got a blessings from the Divine Mother that you will get a good sleep. Now you are an old man. So are you getting a good sleep even now? He said, nowadays, no. Then now mother's blessings has gone false. So now they are in fix, they are not able to understand. Then asked, why Maharaj? Oh, nowadays it is taking 4 or 5 seconds to sleep. So earlier, as soon as he sleep, he used to put his head to down, on the bed, immediately he used to get snoring or he used to go deep sleep. Now it is taking 4 or 5 seconds to sleep, it seems. That's why he said nowadays the sleep is becoming less. Whatever, like there are a lot of funny incidents. This is one side. And at least in the scripture, till now it is not available. One of the monks asked Divine Mother Sarada Devi, how do you look at us? Now many times we know there are so many incidents. She used to tell that you are my children, you are my children, you are my children. That's what we see as a. Then one of the monks asked Divine Mother, Mother, how do you look at us? She told, I look all of you as Narayana. So in any scriptural statement, a Divine Mother looking the son or their own children, her own children as a Narayana Swarupa, we don't get this. So I always say, the human and the spiritual is a pinnacle there actually from this one statement. The Divine Mother Sarada Devi is saying, I am seeing all of you as Narayana Swarupa, Narayana Swarupya. That is what I said. Greatest Advaitin she was. I think Yogin Golapma says, what you speak of Ramakrishna going to Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Holy Mother used to go much more, but she never used to show. Our people have never noticed. She used to go more to Nirvikalpa Samadhi than Sri Ramakrishna. That's why I say she was the greatest Advaita Vedanta. She implemented the Vedanta actually, but in a silent way. And she was surrounded by who? Madcap Radhi, one more madcap, Surabala, bedbugs like most selfish people there with their own brothers. And all the peculiar people like a museum, all the best peculiar people were in and around Holy Mother. And she was always happy. Now the question comes, why did it happen? So she is teaching us, the world will have problems, the world will have challenges, the world will have like this. So you can be peaceful at the given circumstances without changing anyone and anything. That is what she is Mahamaya. So Mahamaya herself has created all these things and she is happy. And she never complained anything. And she used to tell, if you go to Dakshineshwar and if you have seen the Navabath, it is a 10/6. Probably we cannot stretch and sleep even properly. In that house she stayed, and she used to tell, when I was in Dakshineshwar with my husband Ramakrishna, I used to feel that the nectar like Amrita Kalsha was in my heart. So all the physical ailments, physical discomforts and all, nothing was matter for her. She used to live at the level of spirit or level of self, level of consciousness, whatever you can say. So that's why I say she was the greatest Advaita Vedantin who practiced that, but she never gave sermon like us. That's how we can say. So probably these are the few incidents and the beautiful values Swamiji gave for us. So may Holy Mother bless all of us, and we shall take some inspirations from Mara's teachings on this day so that we can develop our life, we can build our life. So on behalf of all assembled devotees, and personally, I convey my reverential pranams and thanks to Maharaj. Thank you for your vision. So, may I request Vishwajit to hand over the meeting. Now we'll have a Arati, evening Vespers. Afterwards we'll have a Prasad. And today will be the lunar eclipse. Starts in Ireland at 7:55 p.m. Meanwhile, we'll finish our Vespers and also the Prasad. Hymn 3.
Sarada of it's in 13 and the other books it's in 9.
devotees for all coming and participating in this satsang. I hope we'll be carrying some divine moments and divine experience. So we'll have a dinner prasad. So we will take 5 minutes of arrangement. Meanwhile, if you want to offer pranams to the Maharaj, if anyone wish, you can offer.